Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. In this video we're going to be going through all of the top play creeper teams, and there are a lot of them because the top teams of today are using Velara. Velara is already, she's out on global server, she's already in the top team for play creeper, which is really exciting news for people who are planning to recruit for her. Okay, we're going to begin with the most free-to-play friendly teams. So first of all, we have a completely free-to-play team without even having Shemira. Hugin in front of Odie, Smokey upright, Bonnie behind, and Coco in the back with the elbow spell. We're going to go ahead and get right into the teams. And I'll probably be doing skip runs. There's RNG in the Play Creeper boss today. Even in the top Velara team, there's going to be RNG. And that's just how it goes with Play Creeper. But Velara, she is doing very well today. I guess it might also be due to the fact that you have all of these summons, which can allow her to charge up her magic circles a little bit faster, I believe. And that could be one element of it. But overall, just Velara is really useful for the stat ceiling effect that she has to buff up your team more than any other hero is able to buff them up. Yeah, so if you are a player who always wants to be running the top Dream Realm team, then now Velara is in the top team for both Nocturne Judicator and Play Creeper, and we'll have to wait and see for the other bosses, but we know she's not good in Sigmund, and most likely not good in Necrodraken either, so she's not going to be good for every boss. There's no question about that. Okay, so with this team, it is going to end up getting, I think, around 27 billion damage, which is not bad, but of course not going to be competing anywhere near for the top ranks of today, because those teams need to have Shemira in them. Shemira is very important for Play Creeper for maximizing your score. Okay, so the Shemira version of this free-to-play team from Yapala, that's going to be this one, just using Shemira and Thorin. Make sure you have all of these heroes' charms, which you should do by now, and we're going to do a skip run of this. This should probably hit up to maybe around 30 billion damage. Yeah, 29.8 billion damage. That is the potential of that team. Okay, now with the completely free-to-play teams out of the way, now we're going to move on down the line. We have a team from RNG, which is actually very good. This is basically going to be the best, one of the best No-Reinier teams out there, and No-Velara team, of course. So Blue Twin on the right, Pink Twin on the left, Hugin in front of Shemira, Thorin in front of Bonnie. Make sure you have charms on everyone with the elbow spell. All of the teams are running elbow spell today because they ramp up Shemira by the most. And there we go, 36 billion damage on our first run. We're not going to do a lot of runs with these teams because I want to save them for the top teams to check the RNG of those. But there could be a bit of RNG in these teams as well. So if you're choosing these teams, do make sure to do at least 5 to 10 runs. Okay, so next up we have the best No-Velara team. But it is using Daimon and Shemira. This is from Shadow Cat and Genhard. This is a good team. It has the ability of getting up to 40 billion damage or more with a maxed out account. Pink Twin on the right, Blue Twin on the left, Rainier in front of Shemira, Daimon on the Stellar Bond, Coco in front of the Blue Twin with the Elderbow spell. Yeah, this has the potential of getting 40 billion damage. Let's see what we get on our first run. Okay, 38.5 billion damage. I think we're going to leave it at that because we want to save runs for the other teams. But yeah, this is a very good team. And if you don't have Velara, this would be the best team that you should be running. And you'll have to do multiple runs of it in order to get your top score. Yeah, okay, now we're moving on to the Velara teams, and the Velara teams are a big upgrade. This is actually pretty crazy, because, yeah, highest we got was 38.5. I know there's potential to get higher with that, but these Velara teams are getting up to 45 billion damage for some players today. So the best Velara team, which I'm going to begin with, is going to be this one from the VN server. Pink Twin on the right, Blue Twin on the left, Rainier in front of Shemira, Bonnie on the Stellar Bond, and Velara in the lower left corner with the Elderbow spell. Make sure you have charms on everyone. You can buy the Velara charms from the charm merchant. That is going to be important. Okay, so this is a Velara team. We're going to take a look at the replay to show you just Velara in action and how she charges up her magic circles. So at the beginning, not really fast charge up rate, but now with all of these Plague Rots and when they get debuffed, it should increase the charge up rate for her magic circles, but I don't really know. It's still kind of difficult to tell exactly how fast they're charging up. It still basically does require Velara just to cast her ultimate 4 times, or actually 3 times because it begins with 1 circle. And then at 55 seconds left, you have the map-wide buff effect. And that is basically it. So the amazing thing about Velara is not only does she increase your damage of your team by more than basically any other hero can by increasing their attack by 45% of Velara's own attack, but also she increases their health, as you see here, the green, like the green bar, light green bar at the end of their health pool, and also she increases their defenses, because she's basically giving a portion of her own stats to all of your team. 45% of them. So she's actually like a Coco, because like you normally have to run Coco for the protection and damage reduction, but Velara giving you that tankiness is going to allow you also to basically have that protection. But you're going to see here, we don't get a great score. Like 39.8 is a new record, so like that's good, but this is not the good score you're looking for. Like to get the high score, you need a lot of RNG and everything to line up basically perfectly. So we're going to do a lot of runs with this team to try and max out the score, but basically it's an RNG team, and the RNG is not about the survival, it's about the timing of damage. Okay, so next up we have a budget version of this, basically the same team, but running Hugin rather than the Reinier, because that's always something to keep in mind or to try if you don't have Reinier at Mythic Plus, using Hugin with Hugin's charms in the same position as the Reinier and run it like this. So this is a alternative. This team I think can get around 38 billion damage. Let's see. Oh, actually 39 billion damage, which is again very solid score considering a No-Reinier team getting 39 billion. Just thanks to Velara basically. And then we have a team from Nesto basically. There's another No-Reinier team he tried with Velara, and it is probably doing even better than the Hugin team. I want to see if it does better for me as well. So blue twin on the right, pink twin on the left, Bonnie and Shemira on the stellar bond, Sonya buffing up Shemira, and Velara with the elbow spell. Okay, so we're going to go ahead, do a skip run of this, and see what type of score we can get from this. Okay, 39.6 billion damage. So this one might be better than the Hugin swap for Reinier, but the Hugin swap for Reinier also got 39 billion, so both are very good teams. Now what we have to do is we just have to let the RNG happen and run the overall best team from the VN server. I'm going to do like 5 to 6 runs. There's one other thing to try. If, for example, none of these runs are hitting the RNG for me, one thing that you can try is you can try like breaking the charm set on Bonnie. Apparently this is something I think Frosty recommended, is something to try, but I think it's just really about the RNG. So this is the strange thing, because it's not even RNG of surviving, it's the but this is always how Plague Creeper has been. Like it's the RNG of your damage getting off or not. And yeah. So one other thing you can try is you can try Velara one tile up, because that's another positioning that people have tried and it's worked. Like both of them have basically worked. Okay, we get a new record. So for me, this one is doing better, but I don't know if it's just RNG. It could have just been we hit the RNG on this attack with 44.7 billion damage, but it was after we moved Velara up one tile. So let's see what happens here. Okay, when she's up one tile, then she immediately activates the circle opposite her rather than her own circle. Then she's going to charge up her circle. Okay, that seems to be the only difference so far. But to get this higher score, you're going to have like another round of damaging the Plague Rots after the boss phase, because if you just get stuck in the boss phase, you're limited on how much damage you can get off. I think. Or is it just the boss phase? Is it just entering the boss phase more quickly that is going to lead you to get the higher score? Because the boss should... I don't know if he breaks up into Plague Rots again. I know an endless boss like Dream Realm for Plague Creeper, he splits like 2 or 3 times. But he keeps splitting. Here it seems like he just has one split. And it's just how quickly you can clear that split and get back into the boss phase, which is going to make the difference to your score. That's what it seems like. Yeah, so Reinier is going to go down here. The boss is dealing a lot of damage, but the rest of the team manages to barely survive. So this was the good RNG. This was the good RNG that we hit by moving the Velara up one tile. So definitely it's another thing that you can try. And it could be account specific, which basically version does better for different people. So just to check it, I'm going to do another run, another skip run of this positioning to see, was it RNG or is it just from my... Yeah, it's RNG. So like, you might think, oh, it's better to have Velara in that position, but I don't know. I think we just hit the RNG coincidentally as we move Velara up. Okay, one other final team to try is Daimon rather than Bonnie. This has worked decently for some people. We can give it like 1 or 2 runs and just see what this can do. Okay, 43.3 billion damage, not bad. Definitely not bad. But I think for me, it's just going to be about your RNG. It isn't necessarily about your even upgrades on your account, because there are players who are hitting like even 44 billion damage with like Paragon 1, Paragon 2 level. It doesn't have to be completely maxed out, and the RNG is going to matter more. It's really interesting. So like Velara and the tile up, but like this one has been the reported highest score. I think we just need to get the good RNG in this lineup. And we have a few more runs left. I'm not going to use all of them. I'll save like 2, for example, because okay, we have 2 left. I'm going to leave it at that because I don't know if there's another team that'll come out later today, and I might have to make a video on it as well. But basically, these are the top teams of today for the Plague Creeper Dream on boss that you can try. Velara definitely is number 1, and number 1 by a large margin if you can hit the RNG. But you need to be able to hit the RNG, and basically the 3 different teams that you can try. One of them is going to be the Daimon version, as you see here with Velara. One of them is going to be the one which got the 44.7 for us, which is Velara up 1 tile. That was good. But I think we got lucky with RNG. And then the other one is going to be Velara here. And this is the one which for most people is getting the overall top score. But it could be account specific, and also is just RNG. It's so RNG heavy that it's difficult to actually decide which is the best one. And you'll have to try all of them, multiple runs with them. And it's just an RNG team. But this proves that Velara is number 1 for Plague Creeper. There's no question about it. And if you want to maximize your score in all Dream on bosses, Velara is kind of a must pull. Because also for Nocturne Judicator, she is number 1, and there's no question about that either. So Velara already on her debut is actually looking really good, like a good hero to have, and she's also good for AFK stages, so that's a good other way. But PvP, unfortunately, it's just not, it's too slow, and that's a kind of problem, because like, when you invest into a hero, you want to also make them work in PvP, but she's just not really working right now. I don't know if something can change about that. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think about Velara in the comment section down below. But if you guys are not already subscribed to our YouTube channel, please smash that subscribe button. Also, feel free to join my AFK Journey Discord server. There's a link to that in the description of this video. And finally, if you're thinking about making a purchase in AFK Journey, please use my affiliate link for the official Farlight store. There's a link to that in the description of this video and a pinned comment. This is the best way you can support me at no extra cost to you. So thanks for watching. I'll hopefully see you in the next video, and until then, everyone, peace out for now.